Ever since YouTube started, creators have been battling the same issue, and that is of other creators seeing the success of one of your videos, one of your creations, and making an exact replica of it, thinking that they're gonna dethrone you in the rankings, in the search, and ultimately are gonna take the views that were predestined towards your video. Now again, that's been in existence since day one. I'm not telling you anything that you probably already don't know. And there's been several videos by much larger channels than myself that have shed some amazing insight into those strategies. And a recent event just brought this back to light, where a very successful real estate agent that is actually within my own brokerage, within the brokerage that I'm with, was sharing a strategy that I really don't align with, a strategy that is quite dangerous if the individuals that were in the audience actually take them up on that advice. And the strategy that he shared was quite simple, and it's been around for a while now, but it essentially goes like this: going to your competitor's YouTube channel and finding successful YouTube videos. After you find the successful YouTube videos, then you play the YouTube video, and at the same time have a transcription service that automatically transcribes everything that is being said real time. Now that technique and that strategy is something that's pretty cool, and it's something that I've actually shared on this channel before. However, that strategy was not used to go to another YouTube creator's channel and actually transcribe their content. It was used to transcribe your own content and make it a blog, make it a written portion of what you just shared. So it was your own content, not somebody else's. Now this individual went on to clarify that as soon as the transcription is done, then he picks out the bullet points that he is in line with, the ones that he actually agrees with, and the ones that he doesn't, then he tosses those out. Or if there are some bullet points, some items that he's not fully aware of, then he's gonna go and do some research. So he's piecemealing together the content of somebody else's. Now if that's what he was really doing and just taking some bullet points from somebody else's video, we can call that the gray area. I personally actually did that in the past, and I flew too close to the sun. So that's why I can personally tell you that if you go and watch somebody else's content with the full intention of taking some of the points that they're sharing to pass them off as your own, that's really not the best way of creating YouTube content, because it's almost like reading a book and then looking at all the points that are shared in that book and then rewriting it in your own words and then slapping your title on there along with written by Jaime Resendiz, and you're passing it off as your own, passing it off as your own original thoughts. Now again, I admit this is something that I did way early on in the channel, and I did this on 2 videos where I was already doing a real estate marketing strategy that was highly effective on a certain platform that was really crushing it for me. However, I made the mistake of watching a YouTuber's video that was actually highlighting that same strategy. And at that time, I hadn't shared that strategy to you, the audience. So I made the mistake of watching that video and outlining how this individual presented the strategy. So I just bullet by bullet point, I replicated the video, and thankfully I learned from my mistake, and I haven't done that since. But it's something that really resonated, again, just recently hearing that, where when you're being shared this information, because it was shared with me early on when I was really adamant about YouTube and getting started with YouTube, I would do anything for views. To a certain extent, I'll still do anything for views, but when it comes to that type of strategy, that's just a low barrel strategy that just isn't effective, and I don't believe it's ethical. And the danger of sharing that strategy with individuals that are just starting out in YouTube is that they are going to hear that strategy of go to your competitor, find the highest viewed video, which that in of itself is not a big issue, and even watching the video is not a big issue to draw inspiration. But the moment that you turn on that transcription service and have everything listed out, it is so tempting to just take that transcription and make it your teleprompter, make it your script to what you're going to say in your own video. Now again, I don't believe that this individual shared that information with ill intent. He was trying to feed back to the community that he was speaking to, and he was just being transparent on what he does. Now, in a way, that type of strategy, I absolutely get it, because in a way, YouTube has fed into this culture, and tools like vidIQ and TubeBuddy have as well. From the YouTube standpoint, it used to reward the individuals that would keyword stuff on their title. So they would just put all types of keywords on the title and it would automatically rank #1. And from the TubeBuddy and vidIQ perspective, these are tools, these are extensions that give you title suggestions. Well, guess what? Whenever you get that title suggestion from TubeBuddy or vidIQ, you're not the only one that's getting that title suggestion. The entire community is getting that suggestion. So you find a lot of videos with the exact same title. So again, I just wanted to shed light to this particular strategy, which if you take it at face value of just going and doing a transcription for the sake of highlighting some bullet points that you want to share in your videos, I might let you get away with that. That's a gray area at best. I still don't believe that that's the strategy to go off of, but if that's you, that's you. But if you go on to make that transcription that you get from another creator and make that your own script, that becomes problematic.